Hello everyone, welcome to part 47 of Advanced Ecom series in Laravel 7. So we are going to continue working on the product images module. In the last video we able to make the page for the products images, and you can see that image is also coming here that we have added from seeding, and we have created the table with the help of migration in the last few videos. Okay, and now in this video we are going to add multiple images, and that will come up here, and also we are going to work on delete and disable feature for our product. Okay, so what we can do, we can search the images first. I want to search some alternate image. I want blue product image. Okay, any blue t-shirt image, in fact blue t-shirt image, and I want some alternate images. Okay, so that it will come, I can open any of the website. Just for dummy purpose I want few images. Okay, so not open some other website. Okay, so it is having, you can see, I can save these two images. Okay, I can simply take these images, and this is just we are taking for testing. Okay, so we are not going to formally use them, just we are using for testing. Okay, so here I'm going to save this one, file save as, we can save anywhere. Okay, fine, here t-shirt one. Okay, or we can say t-shirt front, and I'm going to save it. This happening here, why it is coming like this, what is this? Okay, so I'm going to put in downloads, and t-shirt front is fine. Once again t-shirt front. Okay, and escape. Okay, and I'm also going to pick this one, inspect, and I'm going to pick this image as well, and I'm going to pick it from its path like this, and I'm going to pick this one as well. Okay, back image, save image as, and we are going to take the back image as well, t-shirt back. Okay, so these two images we have copied, and I want to add these two images. I will just choose these two images. Okay, so now see, I will open the function that I think we have started working on, and that is the add images function. Okay, so we are going to update this function, and this time we are going to add request, because now the post method come into play. Okay, so we are going to add the request, $request, like this, and now see, we need to add the code. Our request is method post. For posting the data we need to do like this, posted data will come up inside this one, is condition, and I'm going to see. Now first I'm going to fetch the details here, just to see that whether all the data is coming up here or not. Okay, means all the images are coming up here. First of all I'm going to try. Okay, so now I'm going to add images. See, both the images are coming up here. You can see both the images are coming up in array with all the information. Okay, so now we can we need to write the script that we used with the while posting the image. Okay, for uploading the image in the folders and in the database as well. See, I want to tell you once that we are going to save these images in product underscore images table, this one. Okay, and also we are going to save these images inside ecom, our product name, public public, images, product images, and here in these three folders. After resize, okay, after resize we are going to save. So so make sure that you have intervention package installed, okay, that we have already done in the beginning of the series, so that must be installed. Okay, so now we will add one condition. We are going to check if the images are coming up or not. Okay, we are going to check that images are coming up in has file. Here the images will come up. Okay, so we will add here image. Okay, so see, it will check that whether there are images or not. It can come 1 or 0. Okay, we can test it once that it will come inside this one or not. Okay, so I'm going to disable this one and we'll check, and you can see that test is coming up. Okay, so it is coming inside this one. Okay, so once again I will go back and can see two files are already there. See, it is coming inside this, and I want to show you that what's coming inside. Okay, you can check this has file inside this one to check what's coming inside. Okay, you can check here, see 1 or 0 will come. Okay, it is means that it is having images. Okay, so you can simply undo, and so it is working fine. So we are reaching inside, and this one is also not required right now. Okay, like this. Okay, so see here, now we will make one more variable like $image. And one more thing I want to do, open that add images, and I want to change image to images. Okay, because we can upload multiple images, so I will make it like images. Okay, so here I will also do images. Okay, images look better because there can be multiple images. Okay, so here I am going to do like $images, and here I want to pick all images, $request file images. Okay, like this. Then once again I can check out that what is coming up here. Okay, so I can check out that images are coming up here or not. Okay, so I can once again do it like this. You can debug your code again and again. Okay, so once again we will move back, and I need to refresh this time because see here semicolon is missing, so that we can check our code like this. Choose, and then see here both are coming once again, so it is working perfectly. And now we can move forward. We can now write further, like we will add for each loop, because we need to add multiple images, we need to upload multiple images, we need to save multiple images, so that's why we will now use for each loop. Okay, so I will use the loop here, for each loop, and here I'm going to add $images, and here I'm going to add $image, and here I am going to write our code. See, new image I want to add, so I will do like this, product image equal to, because new image we are going to insert in our table, product underscore image table, so its model name is products image, like this. So we are going to write like this. Okay, so for temp image I will do like this, $img image, and then it will make the image from this one, temp image from $image. Okay, like this. And after that see, we will take the extension. We are going to rename this image, because the person can use the same with the same image again and again. If the person upload the same image, then at that time we are going to rename that image and we'll upload. Okay, so it is better that if we will rename every image then it will never get overwritten. Otherwise, what will happen, like the client upload one.jpg, and some other time client again upload one.jpg, and that one.jpg is the different image, and that second image will override the first one. So we don't want second image will replace the first one, so we don't want replace kind of thing. So that's why we are going to rename every image of our own unique name we will give to our image. Okay, so here first of all we will get the extension of our image, and extension we can get like this, because we are going to allow jpd gif as well. So get client original extension, this is the way we can get the extension. And for $image name, we can make the $image name of our own $image name, and that we can check the random function we will use. We will generate 111, from 111 we can generate like this between this one, and also we can add the time along with that, because that will give the more unique more unique name. And then $extension that we have generated earlier. And now I'm going to check once that what it will come like. Okay, I want to see like this, and let's see out. See, products image not included. We need to include products image at the top. Use app products image. Okay, so now once again I want to see the image name look like this. Okay, so see, you can use the original name as well. Okay, if you want to use the original name, that will I can also tell you that thing. See, if you want to use the original name, that very simple, you can add this $original name. You can do like this, and that will be $image, and you can just write get client original name, this extension. Okay, these are the keywords are built-in functions. And now see this original name, you can use this original name. I will show you what its name original name is, like this. See here, this is the original name, t-shirt-back.jpg. This is the original name. But the problem will come if the client again upload with the same name, with client upload the image with the same name, but the image itself is different. Okay, so the problem will come. So we not using this thing. Okay, for your reference I just done, because just want to show that how it will look like, but we are not going to do this one. Okay, so we are generating our own name, and after that, after the generation, we want to upload this image in large, medium and small folders, and that code we can pick from our add edit product. You can go here, and here we have already done this one, set paths. Okay, and upload this one. This code will help us. Okay, so we can simply copy this code, and we can move back to our function, and we can simply paste this code here. Okay, so it will save our time. Product image we can give like this image, and that is fine. Okay, so now you can just simply recheck the copied code. Here large image path is fine, product images, image name, that is fine, and we are making up here see, we are using the temp image. Okay, this time we are doing like this, so we are going to use this one, image temp only. Okay, we can use this name only, image temp, so that looks better, because this is the temporary image. Okay, so see, the resize thing, we will do the same thing that we have done earlier for the main image of the product. Okay, so rest everything is fine, and we are also going to save that product ID. Okay, so for that, product image product underscore ID and $ID, like this. Okay, so this one also we are going to save, and after that product image, and then save like this. Okay, it is done, and after that we simply return redirect the user admin and images. Here $id. Okay, here we can use that thing only, or we can also use return redirect back. Simply we can use return redirect back. Okay, that is also fine. Simple one, return redirect back. And for success message we can do like this. Product images has been added successfully. Okay, so now we can check. I'm going back, refresh, and I'm going to add both the images here, and you can see. Okay, first I'm going to make it empty because I don't want to use this dummy image. I'm going to make this one empty. Product underscore images table is empty now, and now I'm going to add these two images. And first of all I will refresh. See, there is no image, no alternate image, and now I'm going to select both, choose, and I'm going to add. Okay, sorry, still there is to move this one. Okay, now I need to check once again. Add image, choose, first of all choose, and now add images. And now you can see both the images have been added that we have downloaded from the internet. Both the images have come up here, front and back images, so this one is working fine. Okay, so we able to add the alternate image from here, and you can add as many images. You can just go to the folder and you can see the both images have come up here. Okay, with their sizes. Okay, with the small, medium and large sizes that we have generated with the resize function. Okay, you can see here we have resized the both medium and small images, and large images is the original one. Okay, that user need to download this one, need to upload this one 1040 into 1200, but we have not used this size right now, but you have to use this size. Okay, so now we can work on inactive, active, inactive, and delete status as well. Okay, so these two things we are also going to do quickly. Okay, so for delete is simple enough, and inactive and active, first of all I am going to update their classes and IDs of these both. So I am going to update here, and here see update image status is fine, image here is also fine, here it seems to be fine. Okay, this one seems to be fine. Okay, so now we need to add some routes. Okay, for both delete and active, inactive. Okay, so see here for status we need to add such kind of route. I just copy, and for delete as well we can quickly update both attribute. I can just do like this, attribute here we will do image, and here as well attribute image. Okay, so flux controller here update image status. Okay, so that function we are going to create, we will copy from, we can copy from this one, update attribute status. Here we will make update image status. Update image status. Okay, approximate, that is fine, and attribute ID. Image ID. Okay, so now it is fine. And anything else? Yeah, jQuery function we need to update, so we need to add here as well status. after updated root status we can copy this one only, and we can update image status as well. Okay, this one. Okay, that is done. So now we can try once and see. We need to add its route in verify syrup token as well, so we can just modify this one here as well. Okay, admin update image status. Okay, now we can try updating the status. See, both are inactive right now. We can make it active. See, you can make it active. Okay, and the first time we want to make it active, so for that we just require to make it status as active. Here we can make it status as active. Status must be 1 always. Okay, while adding the new image like this. Okay, so here now we can check once again. See, first I will do the delete functionality, then we will check. And for delete we have already added its route. Okay, that is fine. For delete image we want to do, and for delete we can copy from another one like delete product, but we are going to copy this one, delete product image, because this is the thing that we want to do. Okay, and I will copy this one. Now this time just I want to add delete image only, not product image, because we have only given delete image there. Okay, so here see, we need to check what we need to do here. First of all, get product image, and this time we need to get the product image from the products image. Okay, this is the model this time, and here we are going to select the image where id is $id, that is fine, and this one is path, that is fine, and this one is okay, that is also fine. We are going to remove from the same folder because we are adding the images in this same folder where we have added the main image. Okay, so everything seems to be perfect up till now. And here we need to delete product image from products underscore images table. Okay, so here we will write like this, products underscore images table we are going to remove, and here it comes products image must come here, products image, and here see, we no need to update, we want to delete here, because here the complete row we want to delete. Okay, then every time we'll do here, you can see the complete row here. Okay, we will delete this complete row, so we will add the delete here. So product image has been deleted, so at least rest everything is fine. Okay, okay, so here also we can do like this, product images has been deleted successfully. Here we can write like this as well. Okay, so now we can try, and okay, so product image will come because only one image we are deleting at a time. Okay, so now we are going to delete it as well. First I will going to check ending active inactive. Here you can see that it is working perfectly. You can make it inactive, you can make it active, you can refresh as well. See, active and inactive. This image we are going to show at the front end, and this one we are not going to show. Okay, so here now I'm going to remove this inactive image. I'm going to click on delete. It will ask, are you sure? I will cancel, then it will not delete, and I will try again, and yes, delete it. So okay, some issue has come up. Unlink image, product and images, small operation not permitted. I am going to check what issue is coming up here. Okay, so I need to check once the issue here. Okay, so this issue is because we have done this incorrectly. This one image will come instead of main image. See, image is there, not the main image. Okay, you can see in table we have image here. Main image is in our products table that we have used its code here, but main image you can see here, it is main image, but here in product images table there is image only, so we will use image here. Okay, so now we will try once again. I'm going back and refresh, and now I'm going to try again inactive image here. Yes, and see, the image has been deleted, and you can see the image will get deleted from the folder as well. You can see the image has gone up, one image has gone up. I'm going to delete this one as well. yes, delete it, and see all images has been deleted, and from folder as well, and from this one table as well. This is empty now because I have deleted all the images. So we can add images, remove images. Okay, you can see here we can do all the tasks. See, both images we have added once again. Okay, so we can see both the status are active, that is fine, and we can make one of the image as inactive. Okay, that is also fine. Another one also inactive, active anytime, and we can delete as well. Okay, yes, delete it, yes, delete it. Okay, so you can do anything now. The product images functionality is all done. Okay, so this one we will use at front end in detail page later on. And now in next few videos, we will work up till 50 videos belongs to the admin panel. After that we will, from 51st video we will start working on front. So only 3 videos to go, and I am thinking to make users panel here. We will create the table with migration and seeding. I am going to remove this users table, or can modify this one. We will work on this one in the next 3 videos, and we will show the users here as well. Okay, so after that we will start working on the front end. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.